So this might come as a surprise, but we are 2 weeks away from baby number 2.
And it's a girl and we're really excited.
How are you feeling?
Tired. The last month of pregnancy is hard. Moving out of my chair onto another surface is challenging. Just to take a nap to get through the day.
We were talking and we decided that month 9 of pregnancy in a wheelchair is harder than month 1 with a baby.
Yeah, usually it's the other way around for people, but this time it's actually been easier. I don't know if it's because I've been lifting a toddler and my muscles are stronger than they were last time, or girls are just easier than boys. I don't know.
It is a girl. We said that already.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, what would make your life easier?
I don't know, maybe a robot mop that also happens to vacuum?
Well, it just so happens our channel sponsor Narwhal has sent us that very thing.
A lot of people take their shoes off when entering the house, but here at our house, not really our thing. I wish it could be.
I, for one, am too lazy, and Cambry can't really leave her wheels at the door.
My wheels are my shoes, so finding a way to keep our floors clean while having a toddler and a newborn baby is pretty important.
And I think we found an all-in-one solution.
Let's get started.
This is the world's first fully automated self-cleaning robot vacuum mop combo. I have tested other robots before, and I know that when this one fully mapped 800 square feet of my house in just 7 minutes, with its top-mounted LiDAR system, we had something special. No more bouncing off of walls to figure out where things are at. The Narwhal Frio has 2 triangular mop heads on the bottom that rotate 180 times a minute. The triangular shape helps ensure that there's no gap between the brushes.
We can clean the whole floor all at once, or each room individually, or even just draw a square with the app and send the mop to clean and vacuum like a little house elf.
As you can see from my fishy cracker and applesauce masterpiece, the Frio handles about 90% of the mess on the first pass. Then goes back to the base station to clean off the mop, and comes back to hit it again with a second pass that brings us up to 100%, even getting a few extra intelligent scrubs in there for good measure. Of course, we'll see how it all works from the inside later, but on the outside, after it's vacuumed and mopped a set amount of time, it can head back to the base station. Let me explain what happens when the Frio goes into the base station, since that's the coolest part. Up here we have the LCD screen, currently with a child lock on it, and we have a clean tank and a dirty tank. We pull out the vacuum.
The robot is hanging in the air. Please move it to an empty area to start.
It's using the clean water tank to rinse off these brushes, these mop pads, while the brushes are spinning around on this cleanable plastic plate, agitating the dirt, which then gets rinsed off and stuck into the dirty water. Our previous robot mop had just like this little spritz of spray that would shoot out in front, and then it would try to mop our whole house with like a singular pad, just smearing dirt everywhere. Being able to clean off the mop during the process is perfect. The Frio has the ability to be spliced into the water line for your faucets, so it can run like a washing machine, never needing water replenishment. However, our base station is right front and center in our living area, and Cambry says I'm not allowed to drill any more holes in the wall.
Nope.
Swapping out the water tanks after every few cleanings isn't that big of a deal. And after the pads are cleaned, the base station has the ability to dry them off, so they're not there sitting in the dark starting to smell funny. I know it's a little gross, but the dirtiness of the water shows that the mop is actually doing its job, and removing dirt from the floor just like an actual mop and mop bucket would. When the mop is running, it has a special little feature called edge swing. Again, another world first. Edge swing is a dance that the Frio does near the edge of a room, where it swings its little rear end towards the baseboard so that the microfiber strands of the mop head can get way deep into the hard-to-reach corners. The mop brushes can also raise up and out of the way when it finds carpets or doormats, and gets set down again when the sensors detect hard floors. With the LiDAR up top and the built-in infrared cameras, the Narwhal Frio can be scheduled to work at night when there's less foot traffic. It can vacuum then mop or do both simultaneously. And with all of its sensors and algorithms, if it detects a spot that isn't clean enough, it can go back and redo that spot all on its own. Narwhal is aptly calling this feature Dirt Sense. It does have an app for more options and control, but I also like the circular built-in touchscreen. That can get the cleaning party started without even having a phone nearby. It also works with Siri, if you're into that kind of thing. If we mosey our way inside of the Frio, we find that the dust collection bin and air filter are located under the lid on the top side, along with a nice little brush and razor to slice hair and strings off the vacuum bristles. The triangular mop brushes kind of look like those fuzzy mitts you wash cars with. The vacuum bristles can come out like normal, and the coolest thing is that all these parts can be easily replaced by hand, with no additional tools, including the mop brushes. Just for kicks and giggles, let's go beyond what normal people get to see and into the depths of the Frio. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. With 9 Phillips head screws removed, we get access to the 75 watt-hour battery, made up of cylindrical cells. We also get the brush holster and its motor. To get to the rest of the hardware, it's a bit more complicated. With the aesthetic white exterior finally removed, we get a detailed look at the brains of the whole operation. We have small motors up front for the rotating bristles, and the spinning purple LiDAR unit up on top, just like we see on some self-driving cars. It's interesting, there's a large singular motor on the back that's spinning both of the triangular mop pads. These also have the ability to be retracted up into the unit when it comes in contact with carpet, like we saw earlier. It's a very densely packed piece of tech. Lots of moving parts and gadgets all working together. This also isn't Narwhal's first rodeo. As the top 3 high-end robot mop brand in North America, and serving 1.5 million families globally, they've had time and experience to make something really cool here. And I'm hoping that it all goes back together in one piece. Turning on is a good start.
Start a vacuuming task.
If you're looking for a personal self-cleaning robot vacuum of your own, I'll leave a link down in the video description with, I think, a pretty hefty discount.
And we'll keep you posted on our newest edition, even though I'm pretty sure she's not arriving with the self-cleaning mode.
But that's okay.
Thanks a ton for watching.
We'll see you around.